Hi, everybody. Welcome to Queers and Soaps. I'm Tommy, and tonight I'm joined by Eric.
I'm still Joy.
Hi, Honey Bunny. Tonight we are doing our Gone Too Soon segment. We are talking about 2000 Malibu Road, episode 4. So I'll roll the credits and we'll get into it. This show is so good. I can't. When it's over, I'm like, that's it. I'm like, I want more.
I was gonna say the exact same thing. I feel sad that it's gonna end very soon.
I know we have like 2 episodes that I'm assuming, I guess, aired together because they're bunched together, and I'm hoping
Yeah.
answers because I need answers.
Yeah. I don't know. There's so
um,
much going on, and I don't know. There's so much potential.
so what's Drew Barrymore's name? I can never remember her name.
Lindsay.
Lindsay. So her and Eric, the son of the movie producers, is he's trying to get his, I guess, independent film made, and he wants her to
Yeah.
pay for it and be a part of it. And she's kind of leery about it because she's been played by him in the past regarding working with him, and I feel like she keeps almost getting these roles and then she doesn't have the roles. So I feel like she's kind of getting jaded about actually getting roles.
Funny nod to Jade.
um, but her sister Joy is hard at work on trying to make her famous for the both of them, and
Joy is something.
she's still fucking with Scott. Got him his job with his raise.
I love it.
She wants him to cast Lindsay in a show. And he said there's a pilot. And she's like, nope, I don't want a pilot. I don't want one episode that might not make it to air, might not make it to series. She's like, I want her to have a show.
Yeah.
So she wants her to be a part of this other actress's show that already has a 22 episode order. And he's like, no. He's like, she will lose her shit if I hire somebody young and beautiful to make her feel old. He's like, she only
Yeah.
agreed to do this if she had a frumpy daughter.
Yeah, and this lady who plays her name is Jessica is Sally Kellerman, who's like one of the best actresses ever.
I didn't know her name, but I know I've seen her in things, and I'm like, it's that girl, or hey, it's that woman.
She was the original what was her name in MASH?
I
Oh,
never watched
Hot
that.
Lips. She's the original Hot Lips in MASH before Loretta Swit, with the cast of the show MASH. She was the movie MASH. I think she won an Oscar. I want to say Sally Kellerman won an Oscar. I can't remember. And she was also in Young and the Restless most recently, but when Justin Hartley was
It was her.
Adam, that
Yes.
was her.
Okay, I thought so.
She was also in this TV movie from the 90s that I know her from called Drop Dead Gorgeous, and you
And
need
by
to
the way,
watch it.
you
It's a
say
great movie.
recently, that was 10 years ago. She was on Young and the
I
Restless.
said more recently. So like recently-ish, 10 years ago.
It was
Does
2000.
feel like just yesterday. I know she died actually 2 years ago too.
Yeah,
R.I.P. But
yeah,
yes,
I
I
remember.
love her. I was very excited to see her in this.
Um, she gives off of a what's her name from Glee?
Jane Lynch.
She gives off a Jane Lynch vibe.
She kind of does. Like I
Yeah,
would think they were like siblings or cousins or something.
yeah,
But you're right. She has like a similar appearance almost.
and mannerisms.
Demeanor. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Agreed.
but they don't look too alike. Like you wouldn't confuse them. But I was
And
just like,
who
oh, she has a Jane Lynch vibe. Um,
and who was her man in that?
okay, so I saw his name in the opening credits, the
Right.
star credits, Stephen Nichols. But he looks so different without facial hair that it's jarring. And I'm like, oh, because I the point where we saw him, I didn't even realize it was him. I was like, where's Stephen Nichols? And I'm like, oh my god, that's him.
Yeah, literally on for like a minute, I feel like a minute of screen time as Bradford, I think his name was.
Yeah, I guess her like boy toy.
Yeah. She is very diva though. She plays it great, of course.
It's funny because I think he had facial hair though. That's why I recognized him. But he was on Melrose Place as with Christian Alfonso. I think he was like her pimp, or he was a client of hers when Sydney was like one of her girls.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. I forgot about
Mhm.
that.
And I was like, oh, that's so cool that they worked on Days together, and now they're working on Melrose Place together.
Right? How fun was that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Um,
I wonder if he's like, "Hey, Christian, can you get me a heart on Melrose? I like it." I always wonder if like they know somebody if they can do that because sometimes they do appear in different things
yeah. Um,
together.
as per usual, Drew Barrymore, I feel like, is the big name, and she's the one whose story I'm least interested in.
Yeah, I mean, well, think about it. Lisa Hartman Black was a big name at the time. She was very known for um,
Her part
Knots
of the show
Landing.
feels like so. It feels like a different show. It feels like so separated. Like I feel like Lindsay and Joy are like the comic relief, scandalous part of the show,
Right,
and then hers is like serious. Like I'm on trial for murder. Like I'm a
right.
prostitute. Like
Yeah, that's true. It does seem a little off balance, but I like it all. It's fun.
So Robert Foxworth was in this again, and he's been in every episode. I'm like, why wasn't he just in the opening credits? Like he's a main
Right?
character.
Yeah, at this point, like I'd be shocked if he wasn't in the last episode of the
Right?
season or series,
Because he's her lawyer now because she fired Perry the last time we watched.
even though he's like working against her and she just doesn't see that.
Um, he he basically advises her to try and get her family to get her off, and she meets with her stepfather in private, and she threatens to expose him for things that he's done.
Yeah.
Did you get a "you molested me" vibe out of this? And that's why she like left and became a prostitute? Because that's what I was getting.
She could have, and that's probably why she could get him, like if she really wanted to, but I guess she doesn't want to bring that up. But it could have been. We'll probably find out in the next episode.
I hope so.
Hopefully.
I need some
And his
answer.
name is Porter too, by the way. Porter something. Some kind of government something, I don't know. Running for something.
Perry is looking for apartments because she feels like things are weird if she stays at
Jade.
Jane?
Jade?
Jade. Jade? Jade.
Yeah, she lives at Jade.
Okay, yeah, that was throwing me off because of Santa Barbara. That's why I was like, oh, that's not
It's funny because when I watched it after Santa Barbara last night, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Jade's. There's Jade's everywhere now." It's
uh,
funny.
yeah, because she got fired and she's like, it's the first time anybody ever fired me. And Roger is like, you could stay with me. And she's like, we're missing a few steps before moving in together. She's like actually dating, kissing, other things.
Yeah.
He still is concerned about this girl that accused him of rape. Like he wants
Yes.
for her to get therapy out of pocket.
Yeah. I
Um,
think her name was Anne, right? I don't think they say her name in this one, but I thought it was Anne, but I can't remember now. It's been a while.
they leave the restaurant and Perry's car is like vandalized. It's like got spray paint on it. The tires are slashed.
Tires slash.
Um,
We'll call her
and
Fatal Attraction. That's what it is,
I feel like
kind
there's
of.
going to be a twist. I feel like it's not her for some reason, and I don't know. Maybe it's his ex-wife. Like I don't know.
We don't have much time to get a twist, so we'll see.
I want a twist. I pray for a twist. I need something.
Well, if it doesn't have closure, we'll have an episode of us like telling what happened to these characters. We'll make it up.
Hey guys, it's been 32
Fanfic.
years. We need closure. Let's,
I'll write into the I'll
the
write
Drew
into the
Barrymore
Drew
show.
Barrymore
We'll have a
show.
reunion on the Drew Barrymore show. She's gonna be wonderful.
Right?
She's like, people are watching the thing I did 4 episodes of.
She'll be like, I don't even remember that show. It was in 1992.
Maybe like, I was like 17.
Right?
uh,
Funny.
yeah, and they make up for lost time. They end up sleeping together, and when they get out of bed, somehow someone got into their apartment and uh, Roger is a filthy rapist. They spray painted on his living room wall.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh shit.
Um, I didn't think we were going to see the cop, but he came to the scene for that. He doesn't really do much. I was expecting more from his character.
No, Hal's in it more. It's weird. I don't get it.
um, so I guess this is really all that happened with Jade. Her mother brought the guy to
Oh,
town that she wants her to marry, and I'm always happy to see Constance Towers.
I love her.
She plays a
I
really
love her.
good.
I put Helena introduces Clayton.
He seems skeezy. He seems like he's just down for the money, and like
Right? I
I'm
guess
like,
so.
don't do it, Jade. Don't do it. I liked what she said. She's like, you either marry him, have kids, live in a plantation home pretty much in Virginia. She's like, and inherit like millions of dollars as a gift from
Right.
your stepfather. She's like, or you live in like a cell with roommates of questionable sexuality.
Yeah, and
I
like laughed about it. Yeah. And I like how she presented it too. She's like, well, you have door number one,
yeah.
family, door
Uh-huh.
number two, jail.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, damn, Helena, shit,
Damn, Melina.
this is crazy. But dude, she killed Constance Towers, killed it. I gotta watch more of her stuff. I gotta look her stuff up, like her older stuff. I saw one thing. It was a show on Hulu, a Stephen King show with James Franco, I think. And it was like 11, I forget what the numbers were, 11/20/63 or something. About
Mhm.
like the John F. Kennedy shooting. And she was in that. And that was like the nicest role I've ever seen her play. It was actually weird to see it. Like I was like, she's got to be up to something. She's evil. And she wasn't. She was actually really nice in it. It was
I
weird.
saw her in a '90s sitcom a couple of years ago, and I don't remember which one it was. It could have been King of Queens.
I think you're right.
She
I
was
think
in,
she
like,
wasn't.
one episode as a guest.
Yeah, and it was funny.
Yeah, and
And she wasn't an
I did a
asshole in
double
it
take because
though.
I was like, "Is that Helena?" It was, like, weird to see her doing comedy instead of, like, being a villain.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to say I saw that like years ago because I watched all King of Queens like 10 years ago or something because I never seen it.
Yeah, me too.
So I think you're right.
Yeah, me too. I watched it in, like, reruns, like, after the show ended. I just, like, one day
It was
started.
a damn funny show.
It was good. I actually ended up getting it on DVD. I have the whole series, and now it's
It's
streaming.
funny. Yeah, it was on my wish list to get as a series because I watched them all, like I DVR'd them all, and then but anyway, back to 2000 Malibu Road.
Um, so Joy. Oh, Joy.
God, I love
She
this woman.
I just want her and Scott to have sex so bad. Like, I want it for her because I feel like she wants it.
Oh, she definitely wants it. She's always disappointed because he puts her right out. I think he wants it secretly.
Cool. She was like blackmailing him left and right. I laughed when he was like Joy, honey, or he was like darling. Like he was like calling her affection names, and I'm like, oh, honey bunny.
Yeah, right,
um,
darling. And then like locks her out.
so
So funny.
she finds out from him that this actress had a stint in rehab. So she uses this to kind of get in good with the actress. She's like, "You saved my life." She's like, "I saw what you went through." She's like, "And I was at the liquor store about to buy a bottle." And she's like, "And I didn't drink because I saw that you made it," and kind of soften her up. And then Lindsay walks in and the actress throws a fit. She's like, "Who is this?" She's like, "You lied to me." And
Because Lindsay is young and pretty, and she thought she was gonna have like a frumpy, like I guess whatever,
well, I think
shitty
when she
looking
saw
lady
Joy,
girl.
I think when she saw Joy, she said, "My sister's actually going to be playing your daughter." She was expecting another frumpy Joy to walk in.
Oh, right, right, right.
Oh, rewinding a little bit back to Helena. When she said to her mother, "How did you get here?" She said, "The fat one let me in."
Yeah, kills it.
Oh my god. I was actually watching Elm Street documentary, so I got to see like clips of Tuesday Night playing Kristen in Elm Street 4.
Right.
I'm going to be watching 2000 Malibu Road later.
I love Tuesday Night. She's great.
Yeah. Um, so she starts to be like, I'm so sorry. She's like, I didn't know anything. She's like, is there do you know of an AA meeting around? So she like gets in good that way. Um, did we get resolution to that? Did she end up saying she would do the show? I feel like we didn't get resolution
So
to that.
we did because when Lindsay met up with Eric later, she goes through the
Oh,
spiel. She's like, I lost my job, and then my sister went to an AA meeting with Jessica, and then I got my job back. And then she's like, I'll probably lose it again on Monday or something like
right. Because
that.
that's when she was like, just kiss me already. And they ended up making out.
Yeah, and then is that when Joy saw? Or Joy saw when they were on the beach? I forget which
Yeah.
time.
So she came running up because Joy was like screaming for her. And she tells us she has another job. Um,
Yeah.
she's like, but I didn't read the script or anything like that. Oh, that may have been before she walked in. And,
Well,
and the
there was
actual,
the one. I can't remember which part. So anyway, there was a part where Joy was like asleep.
yes.
Lindsay ran out with Eric. I thought it was that time, and then they ran to the beach, and Joy woke up and then followed them.
Yeah. And
I think it was that time.
yeah, it looked like they were going to make love on the beach pretty much because he had her
Yeah.
off. He was pulling her shirt up.
I like how you said make love. It's sex. They were gonna have sex on the beach.
We're talking about a soap opera. I'm trying
Nobody's in lo
to.
Nobody's in love in Love Boat they are, but whatever.
They were going to fuck on the beach.
Like they couldn't say sex back then. We gotta say sex now. They wanted to bang on the beach. Yeah.
Right. Um, and Joy does not look happy at all.
No, why is she so against this Eric? I don't understand.
I don't know.
It's not bringing her down. Well, I guess because the threat that she could have lost her position in Lindsay's life. That, excuse me.
Maybe.
That's the only thing. That's the only motive because like she has no good reason.
Another funny moment was when so Scott was concerned about Lindsay coming in also and him being there because he's like, she's gonna recognize me as the guy that like attacked her. So when
Yeah,
she walks
and
in,
she
she's like,
does.
do I know you? He's like, no. And he continues to just like talk over her.
Yeah, that was funny.
He's like, you don't know
I
me.
like. I I think she mentioned that to Eric too. Like I was the guy that like he thought I was a hooker. Like she tells him like the whole thing.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah,
Okay.
when Lindsay talks, it's the same time when Lindsay mentions about getting the job and losing it. It's the same time.
That shows
She
you like
tells her.
that shows you how much I must tune out when she's on because she bores me. So I just don't even pay attention to Lindsay.
Nobody bores me in this show. I think it's hot. I feel like it's over in 5 minutes. I'm like, this is like the fastest show ever.
I
Even
know.
though they're like 40, 45 minutes.
I know, like the last scene with Jade and her mom, I was like, this isn't the last scene, is it? And I looked and there was like 3 minutes left. I was like, maybe we'll get one more scene. And then it went to credits. I was like, damn it, it's over.
Right. I know, and I watched the preview for next week too. I'm like,
Yeah,
I gotta see a little bit. I need a clip. It wasn't that great of a preview. I'm like,
it wasn't
whatever.
because I didn't even know what to take away from it. I'm just like, what's going to happen?
Right.
So I
Oh
don't know.
yeah,
I feel like I don't trust Roger. I
I
don't know.
don't know either. And then I even made a note. I'm like, Roger doesn't think Anne is dangerous. Well, if that's her name.
Like, is he
But yeah,
offering for her to get help because he did do it and he feels guilty about it?
I
Like,
don't know. I need more info from him. He's not saying everything.
I'm just gonna be really sad to like not have Joy in my
Oh,
life anymore.
we have Hal tells Jade that the informant was her neighbor. We didn't know that before.
Yeah,
Or he says it's the neighbor,
yeah, it was.
an older lady that lives next door or whatever.
Yeah, he said a 63-year-old woman who says that she saw the woman enter her house and she saw you leaving with the body bag, pretty much. Like,
Yeah, and Jade's like, she's like, I thought we were cool. Like, she's like, I don't think
she's
he
like,
would make things up.
um,
So yeah, I thought that was weird. And we
and I
have
don't even
Perry and
know what
Roger
Hal's problem is. Like, I don't know why he's doing this to her.
too.
Hal. Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. I guess all that I could think of is he's married and he's trying to get rid of her, but at the same time, this is like ongoing. Just kill her already. Like if you're gonna do it,
Yeah,
like what the fuck? And then did we say Perry and Roger banged? I think you did, right?
yeah, because that's when they saw
Yeah.
this painted Roger as a filthy rapist.
I did like that part. Um,
And the cop says that he had a similar case a year ago, and it escalated really quick. And he told them not to sleep there tonight. And I'm like, well, where are they going to sleep? At Perry's? I was like, are the girls even allowed to have guests? I don't. I feel like I don't remember if that was stipulated when they moved in.
yeah, and Joy went to Scott's house again, and we saw like another hoe of his come down the steps,
Hmm.
and that's when he pushed her out.
I like how she got him to still get her sister a job by like showing him a picture of the husband of the last girl he banged that she got rid of in the morning, and
Yeah,
like he's gonna like basically crush your soft body.
yeah,
And I was like, if she had a guy with a body like that, why was she banging him?
yeah, right.
So I feel like
Seriously,
she made that up. I feel like that wasn't real.
she probably did.
I also liked, remember when they broke into the studio and he was like, I feel like I want to do a bank heist next. Like he was like so into it. He brought
Yeah,
up, he's like, when she came over, he's like, I'm not in the mood for a bank heist. So I don't know if that was like a slip up and they didn't realize that they called back to it, or if they did and that's why they put it.
yeah, right.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was.
But I think that's all I have for this episode.
Yeah, I think that's all that happened.
We talked about it almost as
Yeah,
quickly as we watched it. Like,
I know, right? It was a good one though.
yeah, I'm sad, but that's usually how this goes with the Gone Too Soon. So we have to mourn them.
I know. And we only have one more episode left.
At least it's like a double episode, so
Yeah, that's true.
maybe we'll feel less empty.
We'll see. I mean, I guess they could wrap these up pretty easily, but who
Yeah,
knows
I'm
if they're
hoping.
wrapped up or not.
I'm hoping since it started in the summer and these were 6 episodes that maybe they were intended to just be like a summer thing, and that maybe the plan was to bring it back in January for like the rest of the season, so
Yeah,
they'll have some kind of resolution. But also, if that was the plan, there could be a cliffhanger. So
yeah. Maybe they'll leave this like one thing open-ended just in case. Like I like when they do that too, because that's fine. Can
yeah,
handle one.
like Pacific Palisades wrapped up pretty well, but I feel like they knew they were over.
Yeah, it felt it. It felt like rushed in the last two episodes.
Yeah, but all right. Well, thank you for joining us for another edition of Gone Too Soon. 2000 Malibu Road. I almost said Pacific Palisades. 2000 Malibu Road. Next time you see us covering this, we will be wrapping it up and saying goodbye once again.
Yeah.
As always, you can find us on all the socials at Queers and Soaps. And until next time, have a great night. Bye.
Bye.